once again everyone, and welcome back to another discussion video. This is the last one I'm filming today, because I finally got through all the ones I wanted to talk about, of the Batman comics. This one is called Batman Incorporated, Volume 1 and 2 by Grant Morrissey, and then Batman and Robin Requiem for Damian, just because they actually all fit together in the same sort of storyline. Again, I feel like I will understand the Batman Incorporated stuff once I've fully read the Grant Morrissey stuff, because these volumes are sort of like the end of his storyline, which started with actually the one issue I do, the one graphic novel I do have down there, Batman and Son, which started in like 2006, 2007, and it runs all the way to like 2012, 2013 when these came out. So I picked it up at the end and not at the start, which and so going through from the start I might understand it more. And I actually do plan on getting the rest of the Grant Morrissey stuff, which should cover the whole storyline for the Batman Bruce and Damian Wayne stuff. But in Batman Incorporated, it's basically Batman sets up this corporation type deal of international Batman's fighting against crime. So sort of like the first issue is him recruiting people from England, Spain, Japan, and France, and just all over the place, in Australia, to create this sort of corporation of people that will help deal with villains all over the world. And then it goes into the meat of the stuff, which is where Talia al Ghul resurfaces and is sort of targeting Batman to take him down, as well as Damian Wayne, her own son. She sort of wants to take him out and sort of destroy Gotham, and then by destroying Gotham / other world cities, she will rule the world, kind of deal. It's quite interesting, the interaction with the new villain, new vigilantes, as well as just Talia al Ghul's villainy, because she's got like a world organization of crime at her back, as well as the thing I really enjoyed about both volumes of these. The art by Chris Burnham is a very different art style to the other stuff in the New 52. It's slightly more realistic art style kind of deal, and it's slightly more colourful, which is just compared to some of the darker stuff in these other volumes. So that's what I really enjoyed. So Incorporated just sort of sets up the scene in volume 1 of Talia al Ghul sort of moving into Gotham and being able to manipulate everyone, and has everyone sort of in a pocket. And then in volume 2 we sort of have them battling against Talia and trying to best her, kind of deal. And it sort of it sort of has one shots on the Pacific villains as well towards the end. But yeah, and it's very impactful, because of what happens in the end is that Damian Wayne actually dies in this volume. He's actually killed by his own brother, who's sort of manufactured by Talia to be birthed, full grown and a man, and is trained and manipulated by her and stuff. So yeah, which is quite interesting. Obviously, eventually Talia is defeated by Batman. But yeah, and it's quite interesting. And I think that my favourite thing about this issue is probably the one shot on Batcow, which is just brilliant. At the end, yeah, it's also got like Japanese Batman in it as well. Focuses on him a little bit, which is quite interesting. I do want to find out more about Japanese Batman as well as some of the other vigilantes that sort of team up with him, which hopefully I will discover in the Grant Morrissey stuff. But Grant Morrissey is a really great writer. And then in Requiem for Damien, it's basically Batman dealing with his grief over losing his son. So the first volume is, again, it's completely and utterly wordless. So it's just, this story is told through pictures, and it's just brilliant. The way that handles it, and then it's sort of like Batman going through the different stages of grief. So he goes in one volume, the stage of denial, where he's trying to bring back Damien by investigating Frankenstein. He goes through a stage of rage, where he teams up with Red Hood and sort of takes on a group of assassins. He's briefly does a bargain with Batgirl, sort of thing, and it's like you see him going against villains, and then with Catwoman, it's despair. He's sad, very like is in grief for the loss of his son, sort of thing. But it also helps her deal with villains, and then with Nightwing, he comes to accept the death of Damien and stuff, but he also reintroduces who I think, because there's another volume of Batman and Robin, who I think might be potentially the next Robin, called Carrie Kelly, who is the first female Robin in Batman Strikes Back, the one written by Frank Miller. And so it's like reintroduces her character into the New 52 universe. And like, this is just me hoping, because I've not read the next volume 5 of Batman and Robin, is that she becomes Robin somehow, or in one bit of it, the rage bit, or no, it's in. Other one is she's actually dressed up as Robin, which is just brilliant. And it's like a Batman and other kids dressed as other superheroes. But yeah, really enjoyed this. But I guess I think I would make more sense out of the incorporated stuff if I had the whole storyline rather than coming in at the end, which I'm hoping I will get once I sort of start reading the Grant Morrissey's run on Batman. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about Batman and the Batman comics. I'll see you guys next time for another discussion video on something else, probably other than comics, and then go back to comics because I've got a lot of comics to get through. Peace out, Girl Scouts.